should be live. Let's go. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I am audible. I think I need to increase my microphone sound a little bit for better hearing of you guys. Okay. Okay, let's go.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
Oh, well, Beto, an artist, huh?
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint, then?
I dabble occasionally.
Okay.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it. He'll paint it for you.
Aha, Darren. Nice.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
Oh, that's left.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin? What sort of portrait would you prefer?
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you.
Very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want.
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you.
Okay.
In that case, I'll dig up some reference material for you.
This conversation is also wholesome, man. Let's go with Dane.
Is there
What does he have
something
to
you'd
say?
like to say to me?
For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall that that's hardly out of character for me.
You do have a point there.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure, let's do that.
But in return, we can get Dainslift to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Okay, I was only kidding, but good to know. Anyway, since we're all here together,
Hey,
we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do, right?
Indeed. Thank you.
Man, these are wholesome.
Truth be told, I can't remember the...
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious discussion.
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Retniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Itlua.
Itlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse. A true Ratnik to the core.
What do you mean
In
by
that sense, he
kid
puts me to
apple?
shame.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. But I get the feeling that's not quite what you meant. Come on, why the awkward...
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it. You've known all along, haven't you, my friend? Now, that was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Eloa doesn't know, huh?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters, after all.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
And in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I swear, your secret's safe with me.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a bit of mutual leverage to seal the bonds of friendship.
Wow. That escalated quickly.
Ah, Miss Nefer, you made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the Curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
Huh. So much for just this once.
Here? What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back out?
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Chickadee
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the background.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flintz, a Ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the wild hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Nysa Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who's come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Teyvat.
That's a lot of people. Great turnout.
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now.
Yeah.
What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions, but in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Recher of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends. What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires. It was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Horoptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. Foul, Dirtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, memories of that night still haunt me like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets. Then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. Before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next move.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just...
Can I borrow your halo? Could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, what the wisecracks? Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Huh? Traveler? Why the fuck are you talking?
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that hasn't happened yet.
I believe it will take a little longer.
Okay.
You've done so much for me. So I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, the power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Teyvat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Ray here of Solnari. As Arlecchino put
Hello,
it,
welcome to the stream.
this is not about chasing the spoils of victory.
Whoever you are,
Just
friend.
a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
Uthar.
Oh,
Defeating the Ray here of
so
Solnari
we are
will be
starting
no
the
easy
fourth
task.
part of the quest.
While my
Start
strength
quest,
slowly
obviously.
recovers, we'll also need to gather more
We
intel.
have a
Naturally.
little more of this.
We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
Headline next time.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you. Right now, relying on your skills is our only option.
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, I can hardly believe how lucky we are.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinces insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my compensation is insufficient?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is motive enough.
Look at you.
Brother, this Diwali and
And
this
I'm
fire.
the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone's hopes on my shoulders.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you. But the fact is, I also trust you. And that's because I know that you're someone we can count on.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving. Mr. Dainsliff, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying to do it myself.
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to realize.
Okay, so now we will go here.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rarier's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
A lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
Of course.
We know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my only goal is to see it through. Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarier's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels, so you're surely well aware of how dangerous it can be. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for information. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under the surface. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. We will discuss our observations after the ceremony has concluded. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon has her own job to do, which requires staying in the room, but not joining the ceremony.
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root for you guys.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarier's mind, it's imperative that we have a team member on the outside. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra level of safety will be greatly appreciated.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team. That's pretty much the most important job in the crew.
Got it.
So, Paimon's like a lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, got it.
Good. Please, take a seat. We'll get started momentarily.
Okay. Fine.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets were all the same.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
You're such a killjoy.
All right, I'm good to go.
All set over here too.
Be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin. Close your eyes.
And there you go.
Phew. his
Already
office.
one.
Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paperwork, files.
This is the fourth part of the
According to
Argon
Dainsliff,
quest.
Ferrier used to be an intelligence operative.
Yeah, please do
Chances
enjoy.
are there's plenty of top secret intel stashed away in this room. Is this where you keep your secrets, Ferrier? Can't say I'm not looking forward to this.
I don't plan on talking much, so yeah. Please do enjoy the stream.
He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder what's changed. He looks even gloomier.
Oh, you have to set here. Okay, lol.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets.
Okay.
Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained neutralized.
Okay, okay. Rare,
One
just
for
do it.
purged targets. Sounds like she used that other method. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Neutralized.
Okay, okay.
Just another noob. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past.
Bro, how many are there?
Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the neutralized. Filed. There's no recollection of this girl. However, she doesn't seem to be anyone important. And again,
Okay, okay.
female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed neutralized. Filed.
Brother, just ended with what the fuck?
Neutral.
Oh, brother.
Male. 6. Occupation,
Bro,
none.
how can
Orphan
a
and confirmed Crimson Moon
6-year-old
descendant.
possess any threat
Poses a
to the
threat to the
dynasty?
dynasty.
How? Tell me, how does a 6-year-old kid can do this?
Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on who you get. Sooner or later, the moon descendants will be completely wiped.
Bro.
They become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No!
No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. The only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
Okay, let's go.
Mr. Vedaflanier, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Remier, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. As if you knew I was coming. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions at all?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like your arrival.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's a wish, isn't it?
Yeah.
No fooling a prophet, is there?
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
Does it feel good? Knowing how the future will unfold.
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and melancholy. Unless, of course, you learn to abandon these feelings. You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. Because the truth could never have lived up to your hope. For both our sakes, such words are better left unsaid. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how much he's changed.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant, more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
You are so wise, far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling downward. Very well then, let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
What the fuck? Why? Why is that even advice, brother? How come?
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory...
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rayrir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
Cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last. Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
Huh? What?
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled into the dust.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him persuade the Vinster King.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets? Over and over again? Or why we refused to give up on restoring the dynasty? The Vinster King. Blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. Petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words. Sooner or later, Conria will fall. And it will be his doing. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
Okay.
The Reikir of Solnari, that really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time too. Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. And yet, is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, how can we go on pretending to be normal? Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. In the end, nothing stays hidden forever. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford to lose. No matter who I have to face.
This was something new. Okay.
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Chills that he still takes the same road to work every day, as if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about the position. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already, and they say that the king's madness grows with each passing day. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our veins? Delindus, are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering. I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rerir said. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it. It's been a long time since my family severed ties.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king?
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. And when I am too. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never met.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand on you.
I won't speak in his defense, nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You called that change? But what about you?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. You can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Okay, damn. Man, she was
day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
Doesn't it bother you meeting the enemy covered in their blood?
Why would it? Are we all just walking blood bags?
Brother.
Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Choose your angle well. Keep your movements light, brisk. Everyone sense a thing.
I'll bet no one will ever die. Go ahead.
Work clean. Creases.
Doesn't make it open. The key just happens to be
Won't happen.
Take out a handful of the distance.
Once I've been guilty, and I've carried out my work flawlessly.
Okay, and where did those children come from?
Melindas, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chances are he's already dead.
Holy shit, what?
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for us. You take care too. If you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental purposes. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you give me even a glimmer of hope? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger, but I... Oh. If all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me? No. Surely he wouldn't have the heart.
What makes you just sure of that? Okay, damn.
Go. We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live.
Yes. I just want to go on living.
Okay.
Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want you to keep living too. To keep living. why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad it's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this. Today's files are in. I'm gonna wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Lindis?
Huh?
No.
Okay.
No! Why? You bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? You can't. Eluded bloodline. Concealed. See it now. You've been living in the shadows just like me. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. And imagining my friends would back me up. In the end, Sul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here is dead? No. It cannot go on. This is where it ends.
Okay. Okay.
You're really letting me go?
As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know I was here, but what about you? If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission.
What? In that case, you should stay.
Just want to see the outside world again.
Go on living.
Yes, I know you're a man of your word. So please, just let me go.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. Go, now. Remember, don't let anyone know you were caught. We'll be seeing each other again very soon if you do.
Even shadows in the dark. You can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vetterfilnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you all for an answer. Let her go, Weir. You risk losing everything.
Will not abandon Thelindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance. The world is changing, Weir. Keep your eyes peeled.
Voice used to be so unclear. Now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vetterfilnir. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps to manipulate me like a puppet. It's his game here. Tell me then, what will this moment of opportunity look like? And he's like a ghost. Always disturbing me when I'm on edge, but never answering.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Finster King's research. The King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of Rarir's life was so unstable, and it looks like this Thelindis Rarir's would-be fiancée herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon Dynasty's descendants. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a drastic way, they might have gone on deceiving each other for the rest of their lives. And why does Vedderfanir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rarir's head? This guy kept more secrets than I ever imagined. The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see the parts they're willing to let surface. I'm for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rarir's mind this whole time, building up a picture of his psyche. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning, but it's usually pretty accurate. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rarir has really been hiding.
Okay.
Rarir, are you there?
Okay. Okay.
Rarir, come out, it's urgent.
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. Melindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
Never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
So. Bro, this is hard. What the fuck? Like, it is not going the way you want it, okay?
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sir Delogi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic. Robdatir. What brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, Cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself, so drop the humble servant act. It endears you to no one. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veet doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveet, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rarir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Bedafanir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedafulnir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Heroptatir more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafulnir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedafulnir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedafulnir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedafulnir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does a man like me get out of this situation unscathed? You have noble ambitions, Dane. I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim.
That is true.
This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Does it have something to do with Rarir's past? Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Bro, this is hard enough on its own. Brother, this is hard. Honestly, this was hard. Why did they
Author
give this one?
Celindus. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. Moon marrow can thus be defined as a spatial gateway. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. As well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource, we are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? How would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly fueled by questions such as these.
Okay. Not there. 2, 3, 4. Bro, this is hard. What the fuck? Genshin? No, man.
is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Delindis, did you hear about what happened?
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so I'm guessing whatever he did was a good deed. You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened. You understand?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secrets?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal guy who happens to run some errands for the king.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
A red moon? You mean... moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look after it.
I promise, Delindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
Okay. Bro, I don't like this shit. Oh, this is quite hard. Okay. I got this one. Next. No. I have to get that.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Lord Dainsleif, what are you? Is this true? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please! It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
Showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. And Hoptatir and Rhindaughter will disarm the security measures. Our job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifilnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
I don't like this game. Just get it over with, man. I don't like it at all. Okay, then come back. Nah. Bro, this is literally getting complicated. We got here, alright.
This place is filthy. The smell is abominable. Clearly, the king doesn't allow his prisoners a single shred of dignity. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Vedifilnir.
Ah, it's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very often.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earnest remonstration.
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Conria will surely fall.
He didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. Court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
Forgive my curtness, Vedifilnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would make the visions stop.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now. I believe I saw something new.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Conrian history.
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole new story. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice, are you? You're here for yourself. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of choice.
With your abilities, I doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't we?
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedafilnir. At this point, I am my only hope for the future.
You mean your future? With your beloved, Felindis?
Yes. I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. But forgive me, I care first and foremost about myself. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age. So tell me, what is my solution? What's the answer?
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be, and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, fate does not negotiate. That is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your sacrifices.
Can't be true. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more power, so I can protect the things I love. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why? Why are you doing all this?
My voice. In your head. So, you hear it too? The voice that steals your mind, gains your trust, and drives you crazy. It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedafilnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life, as if he'd discovered some monumental secret. Then he suddenly switched to looking extremely weary.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations you may face, be steadfast in the belief that they are your path to the future. For as long as you live, your story with Felindis shall not come to an end. It is the only chance you have of fighting back against fate. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is all I will say on the matter. I have no right to intervene any further.
We'll hold you to your word.
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell you one more thing that you cannot afford to ignore.
A strange wave of energy rippled through the city. We had no idea what it could mean.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
Universitas? Oh no!
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon, Requiem.
Whatever Vedafilnir said, I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose.
No more lies.
Nonsense?
My daughter's doing when the Universitas Magistrum. Out of my way!
Universitas. That reminds me of a rumor I once heard. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows where they are or what kind of... But if they were ever going to activate, it would probably be on a night like tonight.
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't!
It sounded like an explosion. What other means does the king, given its major center of abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger?
How did I miss this chest, brother? What the hell?
Transfix. Fulfill our pact. Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare. Hear the echoes of the valley. Bring it. Overruled.
Okay.
Monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now? Oh no, they're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. Weapons. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? I need help. Stay back.
What now?
Revere. So the rumors about your work are true.
No. Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave.
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Just... Don't do it! Cylinders! Cylinders!
Where is that abyss or where? I'm not too sure. That look like the abyss.
I told you. You will find someone better.
No. I won't do it. I have to save her.
By what means exactly? A lonely pawn. You lack the power, the strength of will.
Do you really? Tell me.
Up to the palace. Your way. goodness, we can't afford to take your share.
You made it.
Hatred, greed, despair.
Rarier. Rarier. Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rarier? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Ah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice.
That is a Crimson Moon's one, I guess. Right? That is not the Abyss. Radier is the one who fell in the Abyss and not Hollandus.
We'll find you. And then you can give me your answer.
Oh man. I love this Radier guy.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right now, I'm feeling a strong sense of loathing. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you have a huge pack of lies that destroys everything. Time to get back. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Cruel as it may be, that was Conria's fate.
This was something else.
Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Feeling okay? She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarier's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone, but they did give us a clear glimpse into his life in Conria. However, I would not consider Rarier to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes, nobody is safe.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of Nodcry in their hour of need?
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan. Without you, the mission ahead will be all but impossible.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the entire time. Bravo.
Cool. So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what I saw went right over my head.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss. Let me get that door for ya.
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your employment contract.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first clause say?
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't seriously think I'm cruel enough to treat her like my slave? In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of tea. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work.
What happened now?
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the Curatorium's labor policy.
I'm sorry, what did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner. And nobody has access to this chess set but me.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique of mine.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what's happening now?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also the case my first time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one to find our way out of here.
Boss, it's fine. Really.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as you? God forbid anything ever happens to you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water. There's gotta be a source around here, so I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. We gotta conserve our energy. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue. You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious. But anyway, I got your backs, so don't worry about a thing.
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at Frostmoon Scions. Would you be amenable to that, Boss Nefer?
Oh, Llama. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And don't disturb the chess pieces. You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
That is the thing, nothing can go this peacefully in Genshin.
This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait. There you are. Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some news for you.
Oh, yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change? I know I saw some Mora.
What do you mean loose change? Come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you saw...
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently? Trying to get in his good books and I need a way in.
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepi?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival, but...
A new song, huh?
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle...
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared the spoils of war with me.
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. The aftermath of a sandstorm is no time to be waging war. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back. Which means...
We have a well again!
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry. It should last us for a good while.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in. And you wouldn't be spending all your time out searching for new water sources.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty. On to better things. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. Look at us now. Squeezed into these hovels. No one would choose this. If it wasn't for the endless wars over the years. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave me some contacts in return for my assistance in the desert.
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a partnership. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunity.
So,
Bro,
do you get it?
Of course. My...
Just get this over with, dude.
It all adds up. No more lies.
It's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to thief.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid,
and that's you're a liar, chief.
Heard Yehuda gasp. But I don't blame her. Most people are terrified by the sight of blood. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert dwellers' weapons of choice. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Khalil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. I was the one who helped you and your colleagues avoid the quicksand in the desert. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't receive a reply. Hope this one makes it to you safely. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Iab and Unut territory. It's a matter of survival. Praise the gods. The well of the Iab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not without being spotted. Here they will retaliate. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally in the academia. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. The only way I can convince them that this was the academia's decision and prevent them from retaliating. This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. Sadly defaced. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. The whole village was butchered over a sip of water.
Officer, welcome. I thought you would at least... This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer. The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses serious academic potential.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. Beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance. Don't let her talent go to waste.
Don't recognize.
She showed up here a few days ago and we took her in. She's a really bright kid. Please.
So, where are you?
Nowhere special. The sand dune.
What about the rest of your family? How many of you are there?
Just the one.
It's only you?
Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters, no mother or father?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have no family.
All right, get over here. Sign your name on the form. Never. Rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind. Almost too sharp.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from. Because I'm
sorry, Nefer.
I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions?
I wanted to check. If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right to you.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it.
Don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, you're a great teacher. It's not just... I haven't.
Brother, this is getting so boring now. I do not want never story. What the hell?
Can't hide the truth.
This must be it. A big cardboard... Let's take a look. The dilapidations. This one was no. Who was it? This one. In clinical 4. This seems like. Wait. The note says the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was provided. Stamped by the Grand Conservative. This next one is addressed to a few words of in recent, however, as well as education as grant. I do hope you, and the sender. So this is where letters from the whatever. I'm not exactly. I don't believe for. Wait.
Greetings, Halil. I don't know. In my tribe, the Shimti. This brings me to my. There was a tent, the Eob and Una. I found a well. When we met, that aside, we have no.
From the outset, the academia, and you were so you liar. And who fell for it? I think I'll take over.
Brother, I was just so bored. I'm not interested in Nefer's story, honestly.
I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything.
Nefer?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back and...
Huh? This was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. Oh, and I did... What's wrong?
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
Yeah, about that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep it. It's fine.
Never.
All right. That's all from me.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah. I'll remember you. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those ruins. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. No time to reminisce. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I expect I'll forget you pretty quickly.
haven't like explored Sumeru, you know. It's really a drag for you guys.
No more lies.
Oh, I'm sleepy.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made. If not, I'd be very disappointed.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration for the Eab people. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. The story of the Eab has a very different trajectory. Others grew weak, but you grew strong, beginning in obscurity and moving to prosperity.
Ah, so you do know who you're...
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over it now.
You're not wrong, but I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light, which might just be your ticket to freedom. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. These ruins are of great archaeological interest. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million mora in return for excavation rights.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low.
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the Unut and steal their water supply?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing with the de facto power holders in the region. I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch as I cut their heads off one by one.
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You don't want to make an enemy of the Academia. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way just to lie to you? We have more important things to worry about.
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. I'm sure you're trustworthy people. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some Eab hospitality?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, and I trust you are as well. So let's indulge in a few drinks together, in celebration of this momentous occasion.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the well. What?
Well, don't just stand there. Take it.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military superiority.
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence. Perhaps there is a traitor in your midst.
I don't think so.
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well, I'm afraid you won't see a single mora of that 50 million.
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear the Unut will not get away. That well is ours.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an update.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back.
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger. An amazing feeling.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the Eab, yes?
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the Academia, what would you do?
Kill them all.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back our academic pursuits for too long, and our patience is wearing thin. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert affairs.
We have our own...
Right. Natural. Weren't the Eab... Let me be
Say no.
Good. You see, Dad? Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. You're no different. You're nothing special at all. The monsters who destroyed my home. Just ordinary, petty human beings. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all these people around. Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive. In this dog-eat-dog world, a chief needs to be tough to survive, but you couldn't do what had to be done. So I did it for you.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this is in the past.
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but even so...
Yehuda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a short turn. So, anyway, that's enough of that. When are we getting out of this place? Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Alma, you tired?
Yes. If we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do with a rest.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? that's where this story I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but looking back now, I'm as desert as they come.
You mentioned
my biggest... Huh. I didn't know you were
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's Boss Nefria. She knows that.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity. But I know about Sethos, too.
What about him? Is he a big...
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare... Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take.
I just hope it ends before 6 or I mean in 20 minutes so I can make something to eat. And then play some other games. If I remember, this was the gateway. No.
I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about. I want to do
a statue with the head of.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars of King. Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Hold on! Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
This was interesting. This was interesting fun, yeah.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
I noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. It comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set. Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of the final blow to the Having gotten As I stood there, this chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represent with this chessboard every god.
It is the same.
If you're alluding to the abyss, then yes, gather the others. It's time to Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the investigation has been most fruitful indeed. The Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story. Please save any questions or comments for the end.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. No matter how much Rerir suffers, he becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left alone, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lama? Any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak of ancient knowledge, others of a gateway to the unknown. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before, but
Then back to Miss Columbina.
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open at my command.
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. The Moon Goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as Nefer mentioned, holding open a spatial gateway takes a huge amount of power. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Raker of Solnari. I'm afraid this is one mystery we may have to leave unsolved for—
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Rehir of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations across the land.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the wild hunt is a distributed phenomenon, rather than a unified one?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so pervasive. Why he's been trying to...
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. The Abyss, it's like a curse.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnaturally, it will continue to survive in spite of everything. This raises some interesting questions. I will run some experiments and see if there is any validity to my suspicions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting such a thorough investigation.
My pleasure.
It's just... I think of the man I once knew as Rerir.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any...
Mine too. We can never know.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting.
That's very...
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to... Hey, is this a bad time? No. Anyway, firstly, it's only a matter of time.
Honestly?
Well, felt like some kind of...
Yay!
That remains to be... You have some history with him, right? Great. All right. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you. All right.
Just ended already, man.
We felt a little...
Roping us in? Why would you even...
I choose my...
Sir Varka.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be...
I see your point. To be clear,
I want to do everything within my power.
Well, that as in... Of course...
Thank you.
I should be the one...
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question.
Great question. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, turns out...
As someone who's...
Understood.
Well, everyone...
Plan approved.
Call me low skipper or whatever, I don't
And the rest
care,
of you...
man. I'm bored now.
No objections?
What the fuck is story there?
Everyone says things that...
A very...
This plan could...
We shall indeed. Also...
It's not often I get called Dory, you know, so... In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. Oh, most certainly does not. Dead Mom.
Okay.
It's a lucky charm that
You're right.
You will?
It's a very...
Hey, don't be so pessimistic.
Liz. Don't forget to be history.
So pretty. Did you make it?
It's not Mage Alice when I passed this on to the Dendro Archon. Anyway, point being, it took him long enough. Marak delivered so nosy. Surely could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case. Because it would involve grave danger.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible as the one who made it.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. His housemate doesn't seem to really care that much about this kind of stuff. Either way, all's well that ends.
What, Al-Hadam and Kavil?
Well, they're always gonna be. Alice has been a huge. And more than that. No one. Oh, that? Don't be thinking of my priority. Huh? I do say so, and that. Oh, and could you.
I guess it is quite a good time to end the stream. Don't you think so? I mean, if there are people around to talk to me, it's fun to stream, but...
Traveler, Paimon, good to see you.
Everything going smoothly?
Per the plan.
What?
That depends on harmless. The wild hunt is an master gripe. I don't think it's a strength. Perhaps the only. Oh, sorry. Back to our research findings. You could think of unfortunate.
Miss Columbine, it's as if her
Given the circumstance, time to kick off. Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time.
All right then.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes,
My lady.
within the next 24 hours. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to. For me, this gentleman is the.
Hey everyone, guess I should introduce myself. The biggest strengths are honesty.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe.
That's right. Names are funny things.
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least. But it's what everyone. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. You're more perceptive. Do you ever?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying on the ground. I don't recall any happy moments from that time.
Is that because?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges. Thank you for your help with the Revier situation. Without you...
You're welcome.
Friend, you betrayed me.
Okay. You see, you're torn. Now you know it.
I need some...
Of course, actually.
You mean the heart...
Yes, I always thought, and even now...
Clearly...
I feel a little... I see the guilt that you're feeling now. Because Have you noticed that the
Huh.
Sure. Hello.
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt
You will?
they needn't be.
That doesn't matter to them. You can't control. It's nearly showtime. Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
What now? I believe you're not gonna fight, right?
You're earlier than I expected. Not too long.
Nervous about the...
Quite the opposite. When I was awakened after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, my restless...
Doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae, but it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to...
Looks like I'm...
Ah, Miss Lauma.
You sleep okay?
I struggled to settle down at first. Please.
Ino asked me to relay a Meanwhile,
Excellent. It won't hold him much longer.
No sense sitting...
I agree. Climb on, find a safe hiding.
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones, let us bring to this fight.
Ready?
Let's go. I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
I wouldn't be so sure about...
You are merely a mortal. Or I tear down the moon.
Oh. I could have kept that as
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
Help.
Moonlight betrays you.
No more lies.
Go!
They all fall to the chase. For the everlasting dead. Branches a song.
Moonlight. Brace you. Silent. Night falls. Pathetic.
Speak within. It all adds up. No more lies.
Water jet.
Observe. Are you quite finished? Be silent. Night falls.
It all adds up. Can I just... Forest protect with one heart we pray.
Hunt them down!
Water jet.
It's all seem to hunt them down.
No more lies. The deception ends here. Can I the truth?
Observe. It began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
Move.
Ooh, brother, where?
The moonlight betrays you. Close your eyes. Be silent. Close your eyes.
Forest?
Moonlight betrays you.
not understanding what to do here. Okay.
Sir, and will it be as you foretold?
It all adds up. Within.
Rather outsource fear the dark. Impossible. Night falls.
Our last lap. Can't hide the truth. No more lies. The deception ends here. It all adds up.
Okay, okay, Nicola, okay. I know you're strong.
Yeah. Close your eyes. Be child. Be silent. To dust.
Speak within. Can't hide this.
You
It all
child.
adds up. One heart.
Race.
Stay your hand.
Water jet. Steady.
This is so scuffed rotations, brother.
King of heroics is over. Moonlight falls to Greyhurst. Get out of my sight!
No, we've been
Death is within
separated.
my grasp.
You okay? Never. Where are the others? Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't know.
Known too much. Always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for. Well, can you hear me?
Silence.
The voices are gone. But at least I know they're still there. Remember my most important task. Knowing it. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come.
What was that? What was I supposed to do, man?
Death is within my grasp.
The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth. No more lies. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
destroyed and reborn.
It all adds up. Speak within. No more lies.
Why does he have to move so much, bro? Okay, so I just have to collect those, right?
Death is within my grasp.
Bro,
Deception ends
what the
here.
hell?
No more lies. Seek within.
Oh, what the hell?
Can't hide the truth. It all falls to the same. Let's give you tomatoes.
Death is within my grasp.
Keep this up. Don't push your luck.
Bro, this fight is heck of annoying, man. I mean, I cannot use reactions, nothing else. I just have to dodge,
She
right?
can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
And dodge too. I cannot dodge properly.
The deception ends here. No more lies.
Water jet!
Speak within. It all falls into place.
There it is.
Can't hide the truth.
No, just get those, yeah.
There's no other way.
What is this
The only
fight?
way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two of you.
Nefer, your eyes are bleeding. Soon you and then.
But that dust will plague your memory. Come on.
Tricks of your sleep as entertaining.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash you fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never being able to save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rarier.
Is that what you think? Well, no, it's your turn to feel afraid.
Okay.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you.
Oh, okay.
What's happening? I've seen it before.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using Pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long.
Okay.
Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold's Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
Welcome to Columbina, okay. Damn, man, this fight scenes are
You use my
something
own
else.
power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't. But someone else does.
Goodbye. Right here.
We won.
Hey, hey! What the scrap? What do you mean we won? This is Luna Phase 2. The Archon Quest doesn't end until Phase 3.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing I've ever seen you do.
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake.
Even so. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge
I'd be hard.
Still, people suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. I had hoped you could...
Thank you.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please follow your recovery plan to the letter. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get yourself home, relax, and rest. My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A dark cloud has been lifted from the skies of Nodcry. All in this land will be grateful for what you have done.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both.
Oh damn, okay. This picture is fine. Can keep
There's
that as
something I want to let you know.
wallpaper.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too. Well, I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just thought I should tell you.
You're right. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear Kuthar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
Friends? You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
Okay. Okay, fine, whatever. Just finished this quest already. It's been too long. The Archon quests are getting longer and longer by every single region. Oh.
Yay! You're awake!
Don't tell me it was all a dream.
How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew. Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept the whole day and night. Paimon had to eat all by her lonesome.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and so...
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Well...
Beto swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Barker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate with you. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing them. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Okay, just as then. I'm not going to let go. Just complete this and then I'm going to be offline.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect time!
How are you feeling today?
Much better.
Relieved to hear it.
Yep. We're here.
Okay, and now Kit Kat.
How are her eyes?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Traveler, Paimon, are you? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
But you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eyes while they're still...
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could...
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among yourselves. I'll grab us some drinks on the way back. Paimon, you still like them sweet?
You bet. Make it extra sweet, because Paimon's earned it. Sure thing.
Wow.
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think? No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. But me? I think hatred is a perfectly justifiable emotion. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living. If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the academia turned their back on him. Why the other tribes ganged up on him. Oh, Father. How much better things could have been if you were a skilled liar. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real dad ever was. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it? He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win people's approval. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect a happy ending. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making. But it's still human nature to want to go on living. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Oh, really? Well, it takes a very kind person to find compassion even for liars. If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about is themselves. For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. It stops other people trying to steal it from me. So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Wow, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know when you find yourself in a situation you can't control. If you understand what's at stake, very good.
Yeah, okay. Finished. Fine. Fine.
Huh?
Don't tell me. I mean, Rerir's story was really good,
So,
man.
that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder if...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
Oh, so something else is there, huh? Nice. Don't tell me there is a part 3. I already cannot take it anymore. At least not now. I got cooking to do. I got
Lord
something
Sangam
else to
Bay.
do now.
How
Big
lovely to see
brother.
you. I must thank you for...
Come and ask.
I most...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your card.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable and...
Huh?
That's what it is.
It's nothing to... You're a cure, but I'm
Dory,
afraid
I hate her. I don't want to
You
listen
did
to
it
her
for...
voice.
It was empty. Disasters are capricious things. Right. My elder sister used to dream of finding a saint. It was something I loved. Attack people.
It's a pity that...
So?
But surely you...
You don't get it. Just thinking about...
Thank you.
For the...
And the pen.
Oh, that...
Seems like we've both...
Yeah. So long that...
That would be your mother.
Yeah. It's not like my sister can't help me now.
Not everything will...
Yeah.
Well, that...
Oh, absolutely. You've got a lot going...
I appreciate the vote.
Okay, one done. Number 2 now.
have you been holding up?
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster.
What?
You played an sometimes.
Let's do a quick.
Thank you.
See? Did you catch that? A master class.
Hey, you.
Look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered.
Can I get you a handling a drink?
I don't believe, to be totally honest.
Don't worry.
Honestly, I'm
To
losing
put
my
it in the
patience.
simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki, and that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeat, so instead of looking for a way to overpower the sword, for added security, the alchemical array absorbs that power, enabled her to do what would otherwise.
What's surprised, given his history with Rare?
Must have.
Absolutely. He was torn between. Anyway, however.
I just want to finish this Arkham quest today. Let's see for tomorrow's stream. Maybe we'll
That's
go
the only
for
reason you're here. Yes,
something.
I've thought a lot
That other
about
thing
it.
that we have.
And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you. Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now. Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being coworkers? What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down. If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point? Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door. Will you still invite me to your next... What? Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Ooh, okay.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time? We wanted to, see how you were doing. Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rayhir of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was. Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your... Oh, don't you worry. If you're in the... My coasters are still missing in half. Oh! You can ignore it. I doodle and write in my... And other time trying to predict... Huh.
Sandrone,
Although, who else? Wait, I mean, yep. And we used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before I honored his request. I just Alain's work was not that there's anything. Anyway, while we're on the top, Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They were all quite competitive. But beneath the friend, unfortunately, childhood would end. The bad trip. And if Renee and Alain had been people but alas, the first of them, against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life.
Just let me go.
Alain did not approve. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even the next time, and although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with, as I understand, about his dream is. But I'm told that. What do you think of her? Do you admire, or do you just? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. What a cop-out. I don't like that. Maybe I could Anyway, that he managed to put us to his credit, after that. The only thing supporting his work. But although that is, I think that form, yet Alain's, and once he realized, he quit
by the
working
way,
on his formulas. Trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood, but which he barely touched in his adult life. He told me that the director of the Narcissan Kreutz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders at sending kids off to sleep. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered.
Whoever you are watching.
At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Narcissenkreuz Institute orphanage. While the Fontaine Research Institute he had founded continued many years after. And that is one when all the others sought death. Even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. They were young children, or maybe, but instead, I think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world.
Save oneself? No. No.
Sensible, Anne? Alan would disagree. Yes. No elaboration. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor. I'm gonna go tinker. Colonia.
Let's get this over with. Just let me go. Okay. Okay. Finally it is done, bro. Finally it's done. What the... Wait, what the hell? 500? That's a lot of primos. What the hell? We do have another quest, I guess. This one. But let's give that for some other time, alright? So yes, thank you so much for being here. I wish you have a great day.